I'm done showing you off, and now I'm going to show you up. I want to use this phrase to help people understand and further understand uh, the nature of the abuse that gets incurred on the golden child in a narcissistic dynamic. A lot of times, if you've never been the golden child in a situation, it's hard to really understand what it's like, what the abuse is like when you're the golden child, and how it can be just equally as bad as being the scapegoat, and how it can actually lead to being the scapegoat. And this is how it kind of works. So basically, the view that the way the narcissist sees you is that they see you as an extension of their own false self. So they're never going to be able to really see you for who you are. If they do see you for who you are, they're not going to acknowledge it, because that just breaks down the whole facade. They won't acknowledge it publicly. It's really a public versus private persona um, conundrum. That's what narcissism is. It's the fact that the public and the private personas just can't get along with each other. That's the crux of the whole problem. So the abuse that the golden child goes through can be summarized with this sentence: "I'm done showing you off. Now I'm going to show you up." When you're the golden child in a narcissistic situation, in a narcissistic family, you don't get to be you. You are celebrated for your accolades, for your celebration of the narcissist and their system, but you can't be you, and this is the torture. Um, you know, it's like somebody that's famous and everybody loves them, but it's like deep down they know that that's just a facade, because that's not really who they are, and it starts to feel like it doesn't really have anything to do with you, and it starts to become a form of torture, because here you are being praised for all these things, but they're not really who you are. And if you're the golden child and you decide, I really need to find out who I am, it's not enough for me to just play this game with this, portraying this false self and being a projection for this false self anymore. I want to find out who I actually am. If you try to go out and find out who you are, it's like leaving a cult. All the cult members turn on you, and then somehow too, because you took your place for so long as the golden child, other people outside the family will begin to turn on you too, and then you become the scapegoat, and then it's about showing you up. So it's like, in both of these situations, I'm done showing you off, now I'm showing you up. In both of these situations, it's like it's all about you, and it's not about you at all. And that's the torture of it when you're the golden child, is that you have to be the center of attention, and people are constantly focused on you, but they won't acknowledge who you are, who you actually are. It would be like, you know, somebody that was tied to a chair, and somebody kept giving them coffee, and they kept giving them coffee and coffee and coffee, but they'd never give them water. And it's like, it's sort of this, it's sort of like that. It's like, it sort of nourishes you, but it's never going to be enough, and it starts to wear on you. And it's like, if you were to drink only coffee, it would damage your body, because it's a diuretic and it dries you out. So you never really fully get nourished. You never fully get um, the hydration that you need, unless you take on the role of the narcissist and you go out and you abuse others, and then you basically carry on the abuse of the family, and it's just like any other familial abuse where it can get passed down, and that's how it gets passed down from generation to generation. It's like, your options are, you become the scapegoat by leaving the cult, or you join the cult and you end up having to abuse other people. Neither of those situations is very pleasant, but that's the situation. So yeah, that's a little explanation of what it's like, what a little bit of a window into the anatomy of the golden child abuse.